We're going to stay in California, where primary voters have narrowed down the list of candidates in the November election. Ed O'Keefe is in Los Angeles, where a high-intensity race for mayor still has a long way to go. Ed, good morning.
Dana, good morning. Good to see you. Remember, each state holds elections a little differently. Here in California, they hold open primaries, open to members of both parties. If somebody wins 50% in the first round, they win. If somebody doesn't win 50%, they go to a runoff in November. They also mostly vote by mail out here, so it's going to take a while to get final results. But let's start with the L.A. mayor's race, closely watched across the country for trends, at least among Democrats. Congresswoman Karen Bass, a progressive, facing her moderate rival, former Republican-turned-Democratic billionaire real estate developer Rick Caruso. We caught up with each of them the other day. Bass, once considered by Joe Biden to be his 2020 running mate, says tackling crime, homelessness, and the cost of living are her top priorities. Caruso has spent at least $40 million of his own dollars blanketing the airwaves, and he's vowing to spend millions more to win. There are also notable congressional results in California. Congressman David Valadao is running second right now, but advancing to a runoff in a district now drawn to favor Democrats. He's one of 10 House Republicans who voted to impeach former President Donald Trump, and the first to face voters since then. Another Republican to watch out here, Young Kim, in her first term, advancing to a runoff, but currently trailing a Democratic opponent in another redrawn district. If these two GOP incumbents ultimately lose in November, it's an example of how redistricting was used by Democrats to keep the Republican gains overall across the country smaller, potentially robbing them of a bigger majority in the House if they take control. One other result out here in California to watch that was definitive, up in San Francisco, the district attorney, a guy named Chesa Boudin, recalled by voters. He's losing his job. He was elected in 2019 on a vow to reform the police, but high-profile examples of crime like smash-and-grab robberies and anti-Asian attacks inspired the recall campaign. Amid accusations he's soft on crime. Remember, most Democrats across the country don't embrace the defund the police movement or those more bolder police reforms. Boudin did, and residents in at least one big Democratic city said they don't like him. Tony?
That race in particular may be a bellwether. Ed, thank you very much.